Salute, salute, salute. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We about to get the show started. Come on into the building. Another one. Young Dolph trial, day 3. You got to know I got some more Scoopy do for you. Yeah. Make sure you hit the like button as soon as you come in. Copyright disclaimer. Fair use is in effect. Now let's get the show started. Double tap that screen as soon as you get up in here. Appreciate you. All right, so boom. So court has started. The judge has let it be known that listen, we can cut the feed right now. I'm doing judge work real quick before we get the day started. So that's what's happening right now. But I already figured that covering these type of trials, I already know how it go. I got a little bit of fluff, you know what I'm saying, to keep us busy between the interruptions. If you're new to the channel, welcome. The coldest breakdown on the YouTube streets. Feel free to drop down in the comments. We can chop it up in the comments while we react and listen to everything that's going down, right? Hey, if Memphis in the building, I need Memphis to tap in because I got a few clips I need y'all feedback on. All right. Let's get started. All right, boom. So we already know.
Those all of them.
Uh-oh. Let's go. Just know I got something for y'all. All right. So salute to everybody that's coming in. Like I said, they just getting started, shuffling through the paperwork. This is day 3. Hernandez Govan.
Okay, so make sure I have this right. State moves to use the CDRs for, what's TZ's government name?
Joshua Taylor.
And the other person,
Harry Lockhart.
who's also referred to as Ham. Harry Lockhart.
Harry Harry.
Is Ham TRE
I have no idea.
or?
I don't believe so. I've seen no evidence of that.
So Ham doesn't necessarily have an affiliation here.
Correct.
I was asking if Ham had an affiliation with TRE or CMG. No, nobody really knows. Okay, that's
Early. Already, before the even get popping like that, you already hear who? CMG. A lot of people wondering, like, yo, is it gonna be a back door? Is the back door wide open? Shout out everybody. Witty, I see you. Shout out everybody coming in. It's the coldest breakdown on the internet. Subscribe. Let's go. Time back. Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. You can do it. Double tap. It's easy. It's easy. We here together. Reacting. Young Dolph trial. They said I thought the Young Dolph trial was over with. No, it's not over with. This the sequel. Govan, alleged mastermind. Will he get a life sentence for what he have done? They say, well, what he do? Go. You ain't heard? But they got all type of evidence, witness testimony. Day 3. Let's go. Double tap. Memphis. Salute to Memphis if you in the building, Memphis. We had to. Matter of fact, this how we gonna start this motherfucker right here. This how we gonna start it off. I need to see them Dolphins. This how we gonna start it off right here, man. Long live Dolph, man.
You will turn on your radio in a Negro Bible meeting on a Sunday night. You will hear glossolalia play when the preacher starts talking sensibly, but the congregation gets more and more enthusiastic. And it works up the preachers so that by the time he is through, have turned into not only poetry, but
Memphis, this for y'all, man. I swear. We about to talk about it, man. They've been trying to get Dolph for a long time. We gonna talk about it. They already done spoke on that. It's been 3 attempts, 2 in North Carolina, 1 in LA. He ended up passing away in his own city.
The nigga that's this time, fuck Markel, hold on, fuck my other ops, fuck to all you niggas getting slammed on, hold on, fuck the Casey Henry nigga, I'ma slam him out, niggas really fuck my car. My car don't get me started on you, hold on, get me crunk up on you, cause I blink this shit out. All you niggas gonna get slammed out. I don't wanna hear none of this shit. I ain't basic none of this shit. I'm blick, get back, get back. There you go. Y'all gonna be fucked up. Fucked up. Nobody can tell me shit. And fuck the nigga that's this time, fuck Markel.
This the coldest breakdown on the internet, I swear. Hit the like button. We gonna have to go all the way back to where it began. They took off in his own city. Where?
And 3 months later, police have pinned Memphis rapper Black Youngsta for his alleged involvement. Authorities have revealed that the van used to shoot up Dolph's bulletproof SUV in February was rented by Youngsta, whose associates later turned themselves over to the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, where they were then charged with 6 counts each of discharging a weapon into occupied property and felony conspiracy. Upon entering the sheriff's office, Youngsta proclaimed his innocence, making this brief statement.
I ain't fired nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I was just somebody ready. Somebody snitching.
Youngsta's attorney stands by his client's innocence by stating the van rented by the rapper was stolen prior to when the shooting took place. Youngsta and Dolph have both engaged this ongoing feud in which public threats were made on social media and through lyrics.
Hi. Just for you. Appreciate you, baby. Be safe. Say you came to get some what?
That's all I came for, to get some Makita.
Makita cook.
Get the sign. Get the sign. Come back around here.
Come back around there.
Yes, these right here.
What you got? Chocolate chip. Don't hide.
Hey. All right, man. Let's get to the trial, man. Don't tell me how to do my show. We gonna run this shit for Dolph, nigga. Straight like that. Let's go.
Okay. So let's take them in reverse, just because that's kind of how I looked at them. Ms. Taylor, what's the argument again for the court to allow in the CDRs for Harry Lockhart, also known as Steve?
You're right. He was referenced in, well, his name was brought up as having communication with one of the co-conspirators in.
Which one?
Justin Johnson.
His name was brought up in text messages or?
No, his name was brought up in Browning's testimony on yesterday.
Okay, as what? I mean,
as having this was on July 27th.
Now you're blocked.
To Justin texting him about talking to Justin. It's also
what Anthony said, straight like that, you're blocked.
That defense
show ass out of here. Hey.
Brought in referencing his name. They indicated that Justin was doing, not Justin, I'm sorry, Joshua Taylor, Harry Lockhart, I'm sorry, all the names are starting to get confusing. Harry Lockhart was talking or was referenced in some of Justin's text messages in regards to maybe Justin doing the outside thing, outside of the conspiracy.
and you said specifically on July 27th?
Yes,
as we were going through text messages on yesterday?
No, he was brought up in Browning's testimony.
Right.
In regards to July 27th
So what I'm saying is that did we not see text messages yesterday from July 27th?
Just from Justin Johnson.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, so we're talking about Justin Johnson's communications with Harry Lockhart.
On yesterday is how Harry Lockhart became relevant. And it's also referenced in Justin Johnson's text message to, I think, another individual.
About Harry Lockhart.
About Harry Lockhart.
Okay, so my question to you is that when Sergeant Browning was testifying yesterday going through his PowerPoint, was Harry Lockhart mentioned on the 27th? Did you
Yes.
you referenced the 27th?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And you think it's relevant now, because I'm sure that's what your argument is going to be. I didn't necessarily get that from you. Is your argument that it's not relevant?
Yes, Your Honor, just like yesterday, it's just a passing reference to the text. There's no communication that we introduced to
Right.
him. And you suppressed that yesterday because that's the
Well,
whole point.
I got that, and I agree with what I just read, that it is just passing here. Ms. Taylor just brought up another argument, but that it was brought up in Sergeant Browning's testimony yesterday that there were conversations on text message from Justin Johnson to Harry Lockhart that she says is relevant because Harry Lockhart's name came up yesterday.
Wait, it was on.
Now get Harry Lockhart in the chat. It's relevant. Follow.
Direct. They brought it up. It just happens to be a passing thing on cross that we're doing the text message. You can white it out for all I care. I didn't need his name in there. I'm just giving you the text message because Justin Johnson was talking with somebody else and he says, oh, Ham's there too. That's essentially all that is to it. It wasn't relevant and direct when they talked about it yesterday. We didn't bring it up. We didn't emphasize it. We didn't do anything. I don't even know what Ham has to do with the price of tea in China.
But it's now in the text messages that you've entered.
His name,
That's
they
to say
entered,
that you highlighted some text messages, okay?
Right.
That says that you're making the argument that Justin Johnson was having individual conversations outside of Govan, Mr. Govan, about other issues, about
I'm not,
whatever they were talking about.
I'm not highlighting it.
No,
On direct.
you're highlighting.
Well, it's in there, but
Yeah.
on direct, they brought it up, that Justin Johnson.
And I understand, but you've now highlighted it, and so, Ms. Taylor, what's your response that it's not relevant here, that it can be whited out as far as he's concerned?
Well, now they want it whited out. They didn't do that yesterday and they could have done that then. But also, Your Honor, I would further state that there are communications between Mr. Govan and Mr. Lockhart during the time of this conspiracy, which I think is relevant. And if they're gonna bring it up that Justin, may have been doing some outside things, it's important for the jury to also know that Mr. Lockhart had communications with Mr. Govan.
Judge, they brought up the communication between Justin Johnson and him. They brought it up in their text message. It was already there. So when I'm crossing in with some of these other text messages, that guy's name is referenced. We didn't bring any other specific text messages between him and Justin Johnson. They brought it up. It wasn't relevant to them yesterday when they went through a very lengthy direct examination. It's one of their slides out there that says Justin Johnson talked to him. They brought it up. I didn't even ask to name him. I just read the text message like you instructed me to do and admitted the stuff. It has nothing to do with anything as far as that goes. They brought it up. And I'm just responding to that. It wasn't relevant in direct examination, but now it's relevant.
What's your response?
I mean, I reiterated that, the call records, they aren't coming in through another witness. These are self-authenticating documents that I feel are relevant to this trial, specifically to Mr. Govan. If their argument is gonna be, which they asserted several times yesterday, that Justin Johnson is going outside this and he was talking about Ham and referencing Ham and sending information about Juke to Ham. It's also relevant that Ham or Mr. Lockhart has communications with Govan. It's not outside of the scope of the conspiracy.
Your Honor, they're conflating the issues. They brought up the fact that Justin Johnson was talking to Ham on direct examination outside the scope of the conspiracy. My text messages don't have any communication with Ham. It's through somebody else. If they want to bring in the cheesy stuff, I agree. I put in a text between Justin Johnson and cheesy guy. It's the same argument we went through yesterday on chat. They brought up the text. Now she's making it seem like we somehow manufactured something out there. They brought up the text, indirect, that Ham communicated with Justin Johnson.
And I was under the impression that Ham was mentioned, and I'm looking at Exhibit 26, that Ham
That's
was
what I heard
mentioned
yesterday.
in
It
this
came out,
text
but we don't know.
message
Speculation.
Justin Johnson to Teasy, Joshua Taylor. I'm going to exclude that one. As to Harry Lockhart, also known as Ham. You cannot use those.
We have no objection to the cheesy one, Your Honor, based on memory.
Also known as Hankin.
All right. So you can use the TZ, Joshua Taylor CDR. Thank you.
All right, let me catch this silence. Let me explain something in the chat. You don't have to tell me that what's going on because I know we all watching the trial together. The difference between you going and watching the trial in real time and here is we're breaking it down. I'm reading the chat. I'm going to put your comment on there. Make sure you keep dropping the Dolphins. And I will react to your questions. But that being said, please do not put the K word in there. Come up with another word and I'll put it on the screen and we'll react. But I'm gonna do as much as I can is letting it play out and reacting because this is a reaction to the trial. But I want y'all to chat with me and we doing this together. We watching this together. That's the difference. Let's go.
Anything else?
Nothing that you wrote in here.
Say that again.
Nothing for Mr.
I'm sorry. All right, we ready to bring in the jury?
Bring in the jury. Keep dropping on Dolph.
Is your medical examiner here?
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to put her on.
Well, I will just say I have no further questions for Sergeant Brown.
Okay.
I don't know if he's here.
Yeah, he can be released and then bring in the medical examiner. And we'll just let the jury know that he's been released.
And the CDRs with the self-authenticating document we have.
Okay, we'll put that, let's get the medical examiner in there and then we'll put that in.
Defeated. Beat up. You're going to jail. Look at him.
You don't have that much to do
Okay, well, I didn't, sometimes I got under there.
She probably got trash can over there too.
I got a lot of ladies.
I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna address this comment. Hey, type whatever you feel in the chat. Salute. Let me address this comment, Jose. Say, Yo Gotti, real king of Memphis. Well, if he is the real king of Memphis, he gonna need all of that because it's looking like a bit of a cousin Rico, man. Back door wide open. It's been a lot of CMG mentioned. Don't forget Big Jook, the big brother of Yo Gotti. So what you got to say about that, Jose? Jose, where you at? Super Cup. He aged 10 years already. Crazy work. Especially the fact that he on bond and at the end of the day, he get to go home. Did y'all know that?
Ready, y'all?
Yes.
Jury's now in.
All right, let's go. I'm on mute.
Good morning.
Morning.
Before we call our next witness, you should know that Sergeant Browning was excused, yesterday without any further questions. Call your next witness.
The state calls Dr. Juliet Spindleberry.
Stand right here, ma'am. Face you on and raise your right hand, please.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Have a seat. Thank you for your presence this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Dr. Juliet Scantlebury, Juliette, Scantlebury, Scantlebury.
And where are you employed?
At University of Tennessee, at a West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center.
And what's your position?
I'm an assistant medical examiner,
How long have you been in that position?
6 years.
And what does your job consist of?
My job consists of performing medical legal autopsies to determine cause and manner of death in certain cases in this jurisdiction.
I want to talk a little bit about your background. Could you tell the jury about your education?
Yes. So I completed a Bachelor of Science in Biology at Howard University. Then I completed my medical degree at Howard University College of Medicine. My anatomic and clinical pathology residency was at Washington University in St. Louis. And then my last training was in forensic pathology fellowship at Simonis University.
And are you board certified?
I am.
And are you a licensed physician in Tennessee?
I am.
And could you tell the jury what is forensic pathology?
So forensic pathology is a specialized branch of medicine that examines deceased persons to determine the cause and manner of death in a medical legal approach.
So what does a forensic pathologist do?
So a forensic pathologist performs autopsies based on the jurisdiction that they're working in to determine the cause and manner of death for certain types of cases that are under our purview.
And what exactly is an autopsy?
So an autopsy is an extensive examination of a deceased person. They have an external examination and internal examination of the body. So you look at everything from hair color, eye color, their body habitus, see if they have any scars, tattoos. That's external examination. And then the internal examination, depending on the level of autopsy, we'll look at all body cavities, we'll weigh all organs, we'll see if there's any fluid or any evidence of disease in any organs. And we also open the head and look at the brain, and we take certain fluids to be able to test to determine by toxicology or histology to determine, and with all of that together, we determine what most likely caused the death for a person if we do an autopsy.
So Dr. Scantlebury, are there different stages of an autopsy?
Yes.
And what are those stages?
Okay, autopsy itself is looking at the body, but starts from the investigation. So the investigator will give us some information, and the information we get from the investigator determine what type of autopsy we need to do. And if there's determined that a full autopsy needs to be performed, we might need x-rays, we do that first. Someone will help take all the clothing off, if there are any, take necessary pictures, necessary measurements of the body, the height, weight, and any other identifying characteristics on the body. And then move on to the internal part, and that's where we'll make an incision to open up the body cavity to see the internal cavity and see all the organs and any changes that might have happened that might be related to death or otherwise.
And have you performed an autopsy before?
I have.
About how many would you say?
Over 2,000, I stopped counting after that.
So could you explain to the jury, what does cause of death mean?
So cause of death is the immediate reason that led to a person's death. So it may have different ways of saying, so if it's natural, it will be what medical disease led to the person's death, or if there's any kind of injury that caused the person to no longer be alive.
And is that different from manner of death?
Yes.
How is it different?
So manner of death is the classification of that type of death it was. So it will be how you would want to classify the death. So there are 5 manners of death in this jurisdiction. It may vary in places, but here there's natural, accident, suicide, homicide, and undetermined.
And have you ever testified about your findings from an autopsy you did?
Yes.
And have you ever been qualified as an expert witness in the area of forensic pathology?
I have.
And have you been qualified in the courts of this county and other counties?
I have.
Where have you been qualified before?
Illinois, Missouri, and Tennessee.
Your Honor, I tendered Dr. Scantlebury as an expert in forensic pathology and asked that she be allowed to state her opinions as to a reasonable degree of certainty, medical certainty.
No objection.
The court will find that Dr. Scantlebury is an expert in the area of forensic pathology, therefore she can testify as to the cause and manner of death and give her opinions as to that.
Thank you. Dr. Scantlebury, I want to ask you about a specific autopsy. Did you perform an autopsy for an Adolph Thornton Jr.?
I did.
Okay. And do you recall when this autopsy was performed?
Yes.
When was it performed?
November 18th, 2021.
Okay. And during the course of conducting this autopsy, did you also take pictures of Mr. Thornton's body?
Pictures were taken.
I ain't gonna lie, you can tell her talking about it is very uncomfortable. When she, Dolph was well known in the city, man. Even if you ain't know, Memphis is a, African, there's a lot of African American people out there. As you see, she's a doctor. Y'all playing with in the chat. Let her live. Let's go.
No objections to anything.
I'm passing you a few of the pictures from this autopsy. Dr. Scantleberry, do you recognize the photographs we just handed you?
I do.
Okay. And do they accurately depict the victim and the evidence during the autopsy?
They do.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to have these photos of the autopsy entered into evidence and marked as index number exhibit.
Well, she needs to testify about what they are.
If we could enter them as a collective exhibit.
Well, that's fine, but she still, for the record, we need to know what they are. She needs to testify to each of them individually.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to publish them, that makes me no difference, but she needs to.
It's gonna be hard for the family to hear, but
Dr. Scantleberry, if you would look at that first picture, what is shown in that first picture?
So this first picture shows the Mr. Thornton on the right side of his body, but some of his head and his right shoulder, and it shows some gunshot wounds of his right jaw, right neck, and right shoulder.
What about the second picture?
This is a shot of his right upper extremity of gunshot wounds of the right forearm, so here and here.
What about the third picture?
This is another shot of the right side of his body, mostly with the right arm, and it shows his right hand, and there's a gunshot wound of his right wrist, and it shows another gunshot wound of his right forearm.
And as to the fourth picture?
This shows some other gunshot wounds of his left upper extremity.
And the fifth picture?
So this picture shows the back of Mr. Thornton's body, and you can see both arms and his back, and you can see the majority of the gunshot wounds of the back, and you can also see some gunshot wounds of his upper extremities.
And the sixth picture?
This is another picture showing the same thing, but it was taken from the left side of the body, showing gunshot wounds of the back and upper extremities.
And the seventh picture?
This is a closer view of the gunshot wounds of the back from the left side of the body.
And the eighth picture?
This is an overall view of the bullet fragments that were recovered from the right jaw from Mr. Thornton.
And the ninth picture?
These are bullet fragments from the torso from Mr. Thornton, pictures of bullet fragments.
And the 10th photo?
This is shows a picture of the remote bullet from the left thigh.
And the 11th?
This is a remote bullet from the right lobe of the liver.
And the 12th?
This is a bullet core fragment from the right chest.
The 13th?
This is a bullet from the lower mid back.
The 14th?
And this is a remote bullet from the right buttock.
Your Honor, we'd like to have these photos of the autopsy entered as a collective exhibit.
No objection to anything.
We're gonna make this a collective exhibit.
why they do that, I can't keep pausing the movie the show or the trial every time. I'm gonna answer a few questions I keep seeing. They say, what's at the top of the screen? What's at the bottom of the screen? Why is it there? I'm gonna explain it one time. At the top of the screen, you have young Dolph. He was unalive. One of his unalivers has already been sentenced. You can see one of the unalivers at the bottom of the screen, known as straight drop. All right. Also at the bottom of the screen, you can see the act that the whole case is about. You can see the two men with the sticks doing what they did. Everything on the screen is relevant. Keep dropping them DOS. We reacting together. get the lights up. Appreciate everybody.
Pages. The first 7 pages are multiple pictures of Mr. Thornton's body with multiple gunshot wounds. The next 7 are pictures of the fragments that were removed from different parts of his body. Wound mark is a selected exhibit 31.
Thank you. And we have permission to publish.
Yes.
Dr. Scandalberry, we're going to start with the first photo that you viewed. Could you tell us what is seen in this photo?
So in this photo, you see the right side of Mr. Thornton's body. That rectangular object is the case placard with the case number associated with this case. It can be seen. This will help you attach that photo to that particular case. And it can also use a scale for the wounds or anything you need to measure on the body. So on the right side of the body, you see those defects in his right jaw and right neck. Those are gunshot wounds of his right neck and right jaw. And then there's some gunshot related injuries of the right shoulder.
Did you have any specific findings as to this injuries?
Yes.
What were those findings?
So the injuries of the right jaw and the right neck cause injury to the tongue and skeletal muscle on the right mandible, which is the lower part of your jaw. Those were injured.
Moving on to the second photo that you viewed. What is shown in this photo?
This is the photo of his right arm. So to the right of the image, that is his right arm. And most of what you can see is right forearm. And this is the front side of it, the anterior portion. You can see those 2 large defects are gunshot wounds.
Were there exit wounds on this part of his body?
Not that one. Those are kind of graze or tangential wounds.
All right. Moving on to the third picture. And what is shown? What is shown in this picture?
This is a photo of the right side of the body, and you can see a gunshot wound in the right wrist, and another defect a little earlier, smaller defect.
Moving on to the fourth picture. Could you tell the jury what we see in this photo?
So this is a photo of Mr. Thornton's left forearm, and it shows a gunshot wound and some gunshot-related injuries of the left forearm.
Moving on to the fifth photo. What do we see in this photo?
So this is the backward view of Mr. Thornton. His head is to the right and his feet are to the left of the photo. And you can see his arms. You can see some of the same gunshot wounds you saw in previous photos, but on the back view, you can see the overall view of the gunshot wounds of the back.
Okay. And moving on to the sixth photo.
This is similar, but from the left approach of the body. You can see its overall view of the gunshot wounds of the left, of the back.
Okay. And the seventh photo that you viewed?
This is a closer view of the gunshot wounds of the back from the left side of the body.
Okay. So in total, how many gunshot entrance wounds were there on Mr. Thornton?
Definitive gunshot entrance wounds, 20.
And were there any exit wounds?
Definitive exits, 4.
Okay.
God, lead 20 shots with 4 exit wounds.
And moving on to the eighth photo. What do we see in this photo?
So these are bullet fragments of the right jaw. These are all the larger fragments that were able to be recovered from those wounds that you saw in the right neck and jaw.
And that was from the first photo that we viewed?
Yes.
Okay. The ninth photo?
These are fragments recovered from the torso.
Okay. And the 10th?
This is a remote bullet from the left thigh.
All right, and the 11th photo?
This is a remote bullet from the right lobe of the liver.
Okay. And the 12th photo?
This is a bullet core fragment recovered from the right chest.
And the 13th photo?
This is a bullet from the lower mid-back.
And the 14th photo, what do you see here?
This is the underside of a bullet base that was remote, that was recovered from the right buttock.
Can you describe to the jury, what is a remote bullet?
So remote is people use different words. You can say remote or old, but I choose to use remote. Remote means it's a bullet that is related to a previous injury or previous shooting, not the shooting that led to their death in this case. It's happened before.
Okay. And how many, or do you recall how many remote bullets you might have found?
There were 3.
Okay. So, Dr. Scantlebury, within a reasonable degree of medical certainty, did you render an opinion as to Mr. Thornton's cause of death?
I did.
And what was that opinion?
Gunshot wounds of the head, neck, and torso.
And did you render an opinion as to the manner of death?
I did.
And what was that opinion?
Homicide.
Your Honor, I will pass the witness.
No questions, Your Honor. Thank you, Dr. Scantlebury.
Thank you, Dr. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, that is the state's proof with the exception.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought his lawyer was gonna do some cross, but it seemed like he didn't want to cross-examine the doctor. She's moving on to the next witness. Let's go.
Exception of the
Go ahead and read that.
Is it something that you wanted us to read into evidence? This was just a stipulation.
Oh, that wasn't a stipulation.
No, it was.
Your Honor, I'll stipulate to the phone record. No problem.
Did we already put it in the evidence?
No,
We
no.
talked about
Yeah,
it.
the motive was
Put it
mentioned.
in the evidence.
The motive
So,
being
ladies and
money,
gentlemen, there are
allegedly
you go back to
also
the
known as the
deliberator,
root to
you
all
have
evil.
everything that's been entered as an exhibit. There are
$100,000.
at least 2 documents or 2 exhibits that you haven't necessarily heard specific proof about. They are called what you might have heard is CDRs, called detail records. The law will allow certain records to be entered into evidence without testimony about them. And so that's what Ms. Taylor is getting ready to enter into evidence now. It's been redefined by the state, and there was one that was entered yesterday also. So you'll have a few things that you can review, but you haven't necessarily heard testimony about.
Attached with your self-authenticating document and flash.
Sturdy, I see you. Welcome back, Sturdy. Returning viewers, salute.
Now this is self-authenticating document for phone number 901-283-3878. From T-Mobile, attested to by a Joe Rico. Also I have here is a zip drive, a blue zip drive that has Joshua Taylor's name on the outside of the envelope, and it has CDR. So these are the call detail records for one Joshua Taylor. Let's enter this as collective exhibit 32.
Let's get Joshua Taylor in the chat, please. Joshua Taylor.
Taylor, do you officially want to rest or?
That is the state's group.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a brief break. We're coming back in just a few minutes. You haven't heard all the proof. Continue to do what I know you've been doing, which is not talking about this case. Give us a few minutes. We got a few legal things to take care of, and we'll call you back in just a few minutes.
All right, boom. Now, I've been doing cases not too long, family. Let me turn my mic down. I feel like I'm too loud. I know it's gonna be breaks like this. That's why I do what I do for the people who didn't understand this on its own. I like to collect back data because they probably back from the break. So we about to get right back into it. I got a method to my madness. Salute everybody that hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Memphis, I hope you in the building, man. Keep dropping them dolphins. You did.
Mr. Roy, you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. I was moving for a directed verdict, understanding that Mr. Cornelius has given some statements about it, that he was ordered to do it. I don't know if that rises to the level of a conspiracy or agreement amongst the parties. It was very inconsistent as far as that goes. Secondly, there's been no mention of how Justin Johnson is part of the conspiracy.
Wow. Did y'all just see? I put the words at the bottom so y'all can see the words. So what he just said is that Cornelius, which is the key witness in this, the key witness is Cornelius. He one of the trigger man is telling. I think that's key witness, right? Okay, boom. So now what he's trying to keep doing, he's trying to get this whole thing thrown out on some type of conspiracy, saying that the state been secretly meeting with Cornelius. Now, they already done asked the question to Mr. Cornelius, did we ever promise you anything for your testimony? He said no. They asked him, Mr. Triggerman Cornelius Smith, do you think that you will get any deal for your testimony? He said, I pray to God. I can't make this up. I find it interesting that they trying to put a lot of this on a dead man and let Hernandez Govan. A lot of people say they ain't know that Hernandez Govan is out on bond, guys. He's not locked up like Cornelius, the trigger man. But the trigger man said, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. So he told on his plug. He took a order for hire from his plug where he buy his pills. Let me know in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of people saying guilty, guilty. He going down. He cooked. Let's go.
At all whatsoever. I understand it only takes two to tango, but I just don't see where the proof adds up to the conspiracy, and certainly not the first degree murder charge in count 2 based on the evidence that you've got.
Smoke turkey tail.
Your Honor, the court is to view the evidence in the light most favorable to the state. We've heard testimony from Ms. Thornton that Mr. Thornton, the victim, was alive, is no longer alive. We heard testimony from Dr. Juliet Skittleberry, who testified as to the cause and the manner of death, which is homicide. And we also heard from a few other witnesses, like Cornelius Smith and Angela Arnold, stating that Hernandez Govan is the one that told Smith about this hit on Mr. Thornton and told him about the price. So all that to say, Your Honor,
Melissa, yes, it's his trial. It's his trial. We don't give him the name of the trial. We still get a trial name to Dolph.
so all that that to say,
Does that make
the
it
state would
understand it
argue
even
that there
better?
is enough for a reasonable jury to conclude guilt.
Your Honor, I have no quibble, of course, he was alive and he's since passed. You heard proof that they didn't communicate for 2 weeks, at least with Justin Johnson, at least 2+ days, on the phone calls that the government submitted yesterday. Cornelius Smith, supposed last phone call was on the 15th of November, 2 days prior to the murder. It was for 0 seconds, and then there was that code 11 that Garner talked about, might have been voicemail, that was 40 seconds. We know for a fact that he didn't talk to Justin Johnson based on the phone records for at least 2 weeks prior to the shooting. You're being asked to make a lot of supposition here based on what Cornelius Smith said. Cornelius Smith also said there was no plan. He got a call that morning, they got there, and they were just riding around doing whatever. Now, the fact that somebody 3 to 4 months prior to that fact said to you there may be a price on somebody's head, and was it Justin Johnson? I'm sorry, was it Govan or was it Joe? You've heard both things from the same witnesses have said it both ways in uncontroverted evidence. And so I'm not sure, how do you have a plan when I say, hey, there's a hit on these people? Some point in the future they kill them, now I'm on the hook for it. I just don't see how that makes a conspiracy. Generally, there's been meeting in minds as to how, who, what, when, where.
Dwayne, he's pleading. This is, let me,
4 months prior to the shooting, there's a generic.
I don't want to talk over him. Govan Hernandez, this is his lawyer speaking right now, guys. This is Govan Hernandez trial. But in overall, it's a young Dolph trial. The young Dolph trial did happen. But this is the part 2 because Hernandez Govan was implicated as being the mastermind behind the setup. So he is going on trial and he is pleading not guilty. After this, there will be another trial, a third. That trial will be for Cornelius Smith. The second trigger man will have a trial. The first trigger man had his trial and he has already been cooked. He's been super max cooked. Life without parole cooked. I hope that helped anybody and everybody.
Statement that, hey, there's a hit on these guys, you can get paid.
Anything else? In the light most favorable to the state, the court has heard from different witnesses. There has been some conflicting testimony. However, the court thinks that the state has made a prima facie case for both conspiracy to commit
That's
first-degree
true.
murder and first-degree murder, and it's a jury question. So I'm going to deny your motion. Are you ready to present proof?
Could I still have a couple minutes to see who's here? I told them 10:30, so I didn't know if.
Wow. Is that so?
Stands in a brief recess.
All right, boom. So I'm in the chat with you guys. Now that we got a lot of that out the way, and hopefully if people who didn't know what's going on, you caught up. This is the Young Dolph trial part 2, even though this is Hernandez Govan trial, y'all. Now, it's my thought that CMG, the music group, will also be wrapped up. And I'm about to play a clip for y'all real quick on why I think that. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, this is your time to subscribe. Now check out this clip on why I think that CMG, even though we keep hearing CMG, but I feel like they are under investigated and their back door is wide open. Now check out this clip. This clip I'm about to show y'all. Y'all let me know. I did my research. This was the chief at the time. This chief in Memphis came from Atlanta. How many of y'all knew that? And let me know if you're in Memphis. If you're in Memphis, is she still the chief? Let me know. I also seen that lawyer is also Dirk and King Von lawyer. What's the info on that? Because that's crazy work as well. What I do know is that lawyer that Govan has is a lawyer out of Atlanta. The same lawyer that got Govan almost baptized when he went to court and missed his court date. But some way, somehow, This man been on bond. I don't know who paid the bond. We don't know. Speculation, right? But he has a bond and he is not locked up in custody right now. He is going home at the end of the day and been home for a while. Now let me play this clip. Hit the like button.
I think I'm crazy. What you think?
Fucking with my gang, you get to a shooting shot. Commissary, he got put on mess up to see what's alive. Pussy nigga, you might want some bitch, you know shit. Real nigga, I might fuck your bitch. Fucking with my gang, you get to a shooting shot. Commissary, he got put on mess up to see what's alive. Pussy nigga, you might want some bitch, you know shit. Real nigga, I might fuck your bitch.
To a person shot at 2370 Airways Boulevard. Our preliminary investigation reveals the victim is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. This shooting is another example of the senseless gun violence that we have seen far too often locally and nationwide. Our hearts go out to the Thornton family and all who are affected by this horrific act of violence. The Memphis Police Department is providing an increased presence in areas of the city that might be directly impacted by this unfortunate incident. We are committed to working with the community to stop these senseless murders. We're also dedicated to bringing those responsible for today's shooting and others to justice.
Do you have any incidents or shootings that you might think are related to what happened today with the young Dolph?
Well, we have investigations that are going on right now, and the Memphis Police Department, along with our federal partners, will look at every investigation and every piece of evidence to try to solve this particular case. We can't say for sure that it's associated with anything else at this time.
There have been stuff circulating on social media about this shooting here, this rapper's house, this restaurant. And we understand, was any of that accurate or true?
Well, I haven't vetted all the social media. There have been erroneous posts on social media, and what we're trying to do is monitor the facts and ensure that we provide the facts to the public as well. So what we see on social media may not be accurate.
All right. So what we see on social media may not be accurate. A lot of y'all don't really know the Makita's cookie story, and y'all might just not know a lot of the things about the culture and Memphis and how deep this go. Now, I played that clip because that was the chief. This was almost 4 years ago, right? She said something key, that the state was working with who? The feds on this case, y'all. So where I'm going with this, there's an investigation still underway. You got to know that, y'all. Now, it is a reason why they're mentioning CMG. Usually, when your name get mentioned this many times in a high profile case, your lawyers know about it. Usually, when your name getting this mentioned this many times in a high profile case, you're hiring lawyers about it. Memphis, y'all know better than me, but allegedly there's a war going on in Memphis. And what we just seen was footage of black youngster basically saying that he know where somebody stay. And if you seen in the clip, he was definitely outside being extra out the window. We just gonna say that. He was outside being extra all out the window. Now the backstory on that is just like he said in other clip, he knew where a certain person stayed, Parkway. So he pulled himself up over there, shooting all out the window. Right? Now my thing is, in the earlier stages of this whole trial, people were saying all type of things. They said it's the Makita's Cookie Girls. They behind it. Shout out to Raven though, because y'all don't know where to go find that, but she's on YouTube now. She has her own channel. She's live. And how do y'all think she's feeling right now that all of the evidence is coming to light and it's not seeming as though anybody inside of the cookie store had anything to do this crime? But what we did find out is Hernandez Govan. Hernandez Govan is a middleman to who? Jook, also known as Bit Jook, the brother, biological brother of who? Yo Gotti. Now y'all put on your good old thinking caps and y'all let me know, is it a coincidence that the federal department are working with the state on this case? Because city to city, state to state, hip hop is under fire. The hip hop police is real. Social media is a tool that they use. And if we can't get that into the youth head, they're going to keep catching these cases. In this case, they say, well, what's that at the bottom of the screen? That's the guys right there on the HD cameras. Well, who is that walking into the courtroom? That's Hernandez Govan. His shooter told. What happened when your shooter go bad? That's the question. That's the question on what happens when the shooter go bad and he under pressure.
Damn, BG, you made this? Little nigga, the streets is talking. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. Little nigga, the streets is talking. Little nigga, the streets is talking. The streets is talking. Little nigga, the streets is talking. The streets is talking. You better watch what you say to them. You better watch what you say to them. You better watch what you say to them. Nigga, the streets is talking. Nigga, the streets is talking. Little the streets is talking. Little nigga, the streets is talking. Little nigga, the streets is talking. You better watch what you say to them. You better watch what you say. You better watch what you say to them. You better watch what you say.
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. We already knew Govan was lazy because he was trapping out the house. Mr. Govan, who else stay there? Who was you putting under the bus, trapping out? You too old, my guy, not to have a trap house. Now, let me cook. Hernandez Govan, you're going to jail. I'm going to tell you why. What happened when your shooter go bad? Y'all let me know what happened. Can y'all let me know what happened when the shooter go bad? Point the finger. Start telling everything.
the nigga that snitched on him. Fuck Markel. Hold on, fuck my other ops. Fuck to my all you niggas getting slammed on. Hold on, fuck the case of hearing on nigga. I'ma slam him out. Niggas really fuck my car. My car don't get me started on you. Hold on, get me crunk up on you. Cause I blink this shit out. All you niggas gonna get slammed out. I don't hear none of this shit. I ain't bass shit, none of this shit. I'm blick. Get back. Get back. There you go. Y'all gonna be fucked up. Fucked up. Nobody can tell me shit. And fuck the nigga that snitched on him. Fuck Markel.
See, y'all think it's a game. I'm not making this up. These youngsters really love social media. They run and tell everything. I had to go back into the archives for that one, man. I'm not going to put no names to that. If you know, you know. What happens when your shooter go bad and he no good? Govan was lazy. He was trapping out the house, allegedly. You use a junkie, turned him into a flunky. You send him on a mission, and then you got mentioned. Come on, man. We supposed to feel bad for him? We don't care if he's not the trigger man. They got evidence. They got cellular data. And then they got the coldest part about it. What happens when your shooter go bad? Come on, man. I'm in the chat. What's up, chat? I'm out here. We waiting on the break. We waiting on them to come back from break. I'm gonna answer the question. I done asked it long enough. I'm gonna tell you what happened when the shooter go bad. Things start to get messy. Corporation. Pressure started to build. The defense lawyer trying to say they coerced him to tell these, what they want to call it. I hope they ain't trying to call them lies because they're looking like the truth. On day 2, oh, look, we back. Hey, get the lights up, bro. I held it down. Did I not hold it down? Get the lights up. If you like how I'm giving up the commentary, hit the like button. If you feeling the vibe, well, just subscribe. We're gonna be doing content until this trial is over, and keep dropping them dolphins, man. Let's see what the second witness talking about.
Yeah, let's go back on the record.
Court's back in session.
Bring the jury back in.
How I'm a rat? You don't know me. We got them in their feelings, y'all. Drop them dolphins on them. Yeah. Hey. Hey, yeah, that part. He should. Hey, man, the coldest part about it, they saying the man ain't get paid. And let's mention that Hernandez Govan had greed. He wanted 10K from each shooter for putting them on the alleged hit. He going to jail. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, I told that. Public knowledge. Hey, was y'all in the building when his lawyer said, "Stand up, pick your head up"? That was day one. We've been here since day one. Was you in the building when his lawyer stand up, pick your head up? Come on, man. Was you in the building when he said, what type of lawyer called you a lowlife? His own lawyer called him a lowlife, a nobody, and then threw Jook under the bus. Oh, he must have supposed to be somebody. You talk about CMG Jook? Get the lights up. They not saying nothing, sweetie. Public pretenders. Yeah. Shit, brother look like Popeye Jones. I'm done. Oh man. Stand up. Pick your head up. Not look like a baby seal out of water.
Lieutenant Coburn, the same.
Yes, sir. Raise your right hand facing the other.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
See?
All right, could you please tell us your full name, spell out your first and last name, please?
Michael Coburn, Michael
He gonna learn today.
And I see the lieutenant bars in your uniform. Could you tell this jury where you work
I'm currently assigned as a supervisor to crime scene
and with what department?
with the Memphis Police Department.
And how long have you been a police officer?
Almost 28 years,
And how long have you been doing crime scene analysis, I guess?
about 15 years.
Have you been qualified as an expert in crime scene analysis in the past by the state?
I have,
And you testified as an expert?
yes,
Have you testified in Shelby County as an expert?
yes,
And crime scene analysis meaning you look for blood, evidence in cars, houses, stuff like that?
yes,
And that's what you've been qualified on behalf by the state in many cases in the past?
yes.
Your Honor, I'll move to have Lieutenant Coburn admitted as an expert in crime scene investigation.
Ms. Williams, any objection? No, Your Honor. All right, qualify Lieutenant Michael Coburn as an expert in crime scene analysis.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Back in 2021, I think you were a sergeant based on your reports, is that correct?
I was assigned to homicide.
And were you doing crime scene with homicide back in 2021?
I was,
Did you happen to work on the crime scene analysis for the murder case of Adolph Thornton?
for vehicles, yes,
Okay. And did you specifically process a Mercedes-Benz vehicle in that case?
I did,
And was that car recovered, and I guess you looked at it on November 20th of 2021, is that correct?
yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you a few photos that have previously been marked into evidence and just make sure that's the same car. Good. My other lawyer, Robert, will do that. We're going to put in Exhibit 11 that's previously been marked and entered. I know it's a little bit of a distance shot. Does that look like a Mercedes that you processed?
Yes.
Next, please. Exhibit 12, it'll be 12, 13, and 14. I just want to get the jury acclimated to the car. Close-up view of the car.
Yes, sir.
Same license plate, everything that you processed.
It is.
Okay.
13.
Yes. I said we're going to do 13 and 14. Just the front view of the same car?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Same thing?
Yes.
All right. And then where do you process the car?
At 475 Clank, it's a warehouse.
Okay. So I guess it gets towed over to the police warehouse?
Yes, sir.
All right. With regards to processing the car, can you tell the jury what exactly you do?
Primarily, we document evidence, collect evidence. When we process it, we usually process for prints, touch DNA, and just evidence like clothing or something, anything the investigator is looking for.
You also look for blood?
Yes,
You also look for evidence of somebody trying to clean up the crime scene?
sure.
All right. So with regards to this Mercedes, I think they used to call it luminol, and that's what you hear on TV, but it's Blue Star now, right? That's what you guys use to look for trace evidence?
They've used Blue Star because luminol requires more darkness than Blue Star does.
All right. And Blue Star was used in this case?
It was.
All right. So without getting into the nuts and bolts, you process this car with Blue Star?
Correct.
And if I were to tell you that a witness has said that he took a towel, put a bunch of bleach on it, and wiped the car down, is there any evidence of that in this case?
No.
And you would see that with the luminol, that there's bleach and things like that where somebody's trying to clear a crime scene.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because otherwise people could get away with anything.
Correct.
Did not happen with regards to this car.
No, sir.
So if I said under oath, I got bleach, put it on a towel, wipe that car down, complete lie.
Yes.
Thank you. No more questions.
Now I ain't gonna talk all throughout the commentary, but it is kind of quiet right now. So boom, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, right? It's different over here. We watching this together, we reacting together. If you got a comment, I'll put it on the screen. Just don't use the K word, the L, the KILL word, any cuss words. I'll put you on the screen and we're gonna chat as we react to what's going
Didn't
on.
find any prints
That's the only
on the
rules,
front
y'all.
passenger,
Let's go.
outside of the vehicle, is that correct?
I'd have to look at the, summary of it.
Just one second.
I just can't do it. It's too quiet. So this is the lieutenant we listening to right now. I'm interested to see what he got to say as soon as he get a chance. If you just coming into the live stream, you can double tap the screen. That's the easiest way to the stream.
Matt, y'all, so did you process the
All right, let's go.
inside of the vehicle?
I did.
Did you find any prints of value inside of the vehicle?
I couldn't say without looking at the narrative. No, there's a lot of print cards.
What did you say?
There's a lot of print cards that I looked at.
Oh.
He said it's a lot of print. Hold on, let me slow down, man, because all right. Now I know who this guy is. All right, boom. So for the people who don't know what's going on, it was a crime done in a white Mercedes Benz. Okay, the car was caught on camera. The shooters, the trigger man, wore a mask and gloves. Now you would think that that's enough to get away, right? Well, no. What he's about to give witness testimony to, I believe, because of what's been already put out, fingerprints was lifted. She just asked the question, did you lift any prison fingerprints? He said, I need to see my work. You know what I'm saying? My report. This is 4 years ago. So keep in mind, it's been a long time since the day where he did this work that he's about to speak about that he did. Now, they're saying what was in the inside of the car. Now, it's interesting that Govan lawyer is saying, well, how could you put this on Govan when they found an ID? I know it, y'all. It's crazy work. Just when you thought you knew something, you ain't know enough. They found an ID inside of the car. The crazy thing about the ID that was found inside the car is it's not Justin Johnson ID and it's not Cornelius Smith ID, right? Pay attention. So what are you telling me? More people are involved? How many people had the car, y'all? You feel me? Now I'm about to upload some pictures. I wanted y'all to see. We was cooking yesterday. You was probably wondering, well, who is CEO Bobby? Who is Bobby? You're going to realize that this car been passed around. Who is Ingram? You remember? Because according to Govan lawyer, they didn't steal the car, even though we know the car was stolen at a Kroger, right out of a grocery store. Crazy work. So is this some type of conspiracy? Is it bigger than we all know? Let's get to it.
No further questions.
No further questions.
Thank you. Yes.
That was too quick. He ain't say nothing.
Call Miss Vivian Ferguson, Your Honor.
Hold up. Wait a minute. He didn't even say nothing. I don't know what that was about. Let's go.
She may need some help.
No cross-examination. No cross-examination. Crazy work. I see a railroad. I see them building the track. Govan, you're getting cooked, my boy. Your lawyer didn't even cross-examine the fact of the car that was parked across the street from your client house. I find that to be crazy work. I'm not gonna lie. They on the ropes. Keep dropping on Dolph. I think Dolph is pleased right now. The defense is definitely on the ropes. It's so much evidence.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Have a seat, ma'am. Watch your step.
Third witness of the day, y'all. Let's go. This is the third witness today.
Good morning, Ms. Ferguson. Would you tell the jury your name and could you spell it for me?
My name is Vivian Banks Ferguson.
And could you spell that just because the court reporter needs to get it right?
Which one?
Your first name, middle name, and last
Vivian,
name.
capital V-I-V-I-A-N. B as in boy, A-N-K-S, Banks. Ferguson, capital F-E-R-G-U-S-O-N.
They planted the ID.
80.
Interesting.
We're never supposed to ask that question. So do you live next to Cornelius Smith Sr.?
I live next to King Smith, his dad.
Okay. So his daddy's King Smith lives next door to you, right? And you have to say yes or no. I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right. And Cornelius Smith, that's somebody you know, right?
Yes.
Could you tell the jurors how you know Mr. Cornelius Smith?
He's a young man that lived next door, and the only reason I had to came in contact with him, he always would do nice things for me. Like when I go shopping, he always would get my grocery out the car and bring it in the house for me. That was good for me because I was tired. So that's not only that, that's the only time that he come around. If I needed something done, I could ask him, and he would do it. And if he charged me, I would pay him. But he never charged me for anything. To me, he was a nice kid.
So, Ms. Ferguson, you and I talked at your house last week, just a few days ago, right? You'll have to say yes or no.
Yes.
All right. And I also asked you if Cornelius Smith said a few years ago that somebody came by your house to give you $500 for him. Would that be true or false?
That would not be true.
All right. So Mr. Cornelius Smith said under oath that, like, you're like a grandmother to him, right?
If that's what you want to say?
Okay, I'm just repeating what I've heard in court. So if he said that you got $500 for him to hold.
Wait a
never
minute.
Never happened.
Not yesterday, not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago.
No, if somebody was going to leave something for Cornelius at my house, they probably stuck it in my mailbox or something like that, but I haven't received any cash or any envelope for him.
So if somebody said you were specifically given $500, would be a lie.
Would be a lie.
And I'm really sorry to find out the last time you came to court was talking about your son's murder. So I 100% apologize. I know you were very upset at that. So thank you for your honesty.
No cross, Your Honor.
Thank you.
No cross.
Okay.
Man, wait a minute, y'all. Do y'all see? I told y'all, and I ain't gonna make this long. I told y'all this trial is not gonna be a long trial, man. No cross. So basically, the state brought their witness. They ain't had no cross, and damn near the state ain't had no questions. Then they bring grandma, the neighbor of Cornelius Smith, the trigger man that's telling. And he asked a few questions, and I ain't gonna lie. Grandma and mom said, listen, baby, I wouldn't know if somebody gave me $500. That's a good young man. He always helped me out. Now, how many people, street ninjas in the chat right now, feel like he may have been taking advantage of sweet old granny? Maybe he was getting mail, getting packages dropped off, picking it up, and grandma and mom never even knew. Let's go. We'll never
No
know.
witnesses, Judge. We're never.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to that juncture where you have heard all of the proof, but there's still one more piece left that you don't have, and that is the law that you're going to get from me. So
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. It's over with, y'all. The jury's about to deliberate. Let me go to the chat real quick. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? She said that's all the evidence. Man, listen, y'all. That's crazy, man. That's crazy work. Open and shut. Man, let's see what happened next. I don't know.
give us a few minutes, and we'll get back with you. So please don't discuss this shit. Okay? Thank you.
Lord have mercy. Woo! Sheesh. Lord have mercy. Wow. Wow. Y'all seeing this? I told y'all, listen, I'm going to be honest. I told y'all, man. I told y'all.
All right.
Hold on, let me see what they about to say.
Get that exhibit worked out that we were talking about. I'll move that into evidence that he wanted.
One more witness.
We will, yeah.
Wow, man, this is crazy.
Let me get the stipulation signed.
That's fine.
Make sure where's our-
Trying to get a stipulation signed? What stipulation are they trying to get signed, man? Somebody told me, you know what? Oh, my God. I think I know what's happening, y'all. Did Govan take a deal with the state? Did Hernandez Govan, did he take a deal?
What's the next number, Your Honor?
Ain't it too late?
33. Mr. Aurora.
Yes, sir.
You don't get a chance to take no deal at this point of the no, ain't no way.
This is a good time to do that. Come on around, Mr. Govan.
Wow.
Actually, this on the record. Is this on the record?
Yeah.
Yes, this on the record. What y'all talking about? Oh wow. Oh my God. Y'all gotta get the lights up. Y'all gotta get the lights up for me. He gonna talk? Y'all gotta get the lights up for Dolph, man. That's crazy fucking work, y'all.
You will turn on your radio in a Hebrew Bible meeting on a Sunday night. You will hear glossolalia. Say when the preacher starts talking sensibly, but the congregation gets more and more enthusiastic. Amen. Yes, Lord. And it works up the preacher so that by the time he's through, have turned into not only poetry, but
Dolph, y'all, we gotta get back to the content, man. Oh my God. Man, hold on. I need to take a shot, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's get to this content, man. Let's see what's about to happen. Shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel. Y'all think is a deal on the table? I thought it was too late to take a deal. Man, I thought it was too late. Man, they saying he about to let it fly, man. Let's go. Let's go. I swear, Your Honor, put your right hand up, sir. Do you swear to testify that this is the truth and nothing but the truth? Where's the Bible? They don't even use the Bible no more. They don't even use the Bible no more. Lord have mercy. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably a little out of order, but better late than never, I guess. Mr. Rohr, would you like to ask your client some questions?
Mr. Govan, would you please spell your first and last name for the record?
HERNANDEZ
And Mr. Govan, you and I have talked about your right to testify at trial, correct?
Yes, sir.
I've advised you that I would recommend not testifying based on some of the evidentiary rulings. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've agreed with me that you do not wish to testify.
Yes, sir.
And that's freely and voluntarily. Nobody's forcing you to do that.
Nobody's forcing me.
Nobody's threatening you to do that.
No, sir.
All right. And this is something you are doing freely and voluntarily again.
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna stamp this 33 on it.
Nah, he ain't want to talk, y'all. He don't want to talk.
I was just gonna get the sticker on it.
He keeping his mouth shut.
So this is all of them.
This is all of them, state and federal.
Are they labeled? Yours were labeled pretty good. Did y'all, I mean, so they'll know which bite is which?
The two that overlap, Your Honor, essentially are the same. Theirs are just a few seconds longer, so
right.
they should be able to figure it out pretty easily.
That ain't what I.
Okay.
Are they labeled?
Ours are labeled. They will have, I believe they have initials. So like it's an Angela Arnold clip. It will say AA and then whatever the contents, joke or.
Right, okay. As long as they're labeled somehow, they're just not just clips with nothing
Yeah,
other than a bunch of numbers on them.
Yeah, they're labeled so I can find them. So same.
All right, this is, order stipulating to the police interview, sound bites that were testified to on yesterday, by, witness Angela Arnold.
Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and also the detective. We played parts of sound bites from the interviews for all three from Your Honor.
Okay.
Man, this is crazy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta scroll up.
And
Shit
the
fucking with my nerves.
stipulation reads, that whereas there having been presented to me the Honorable Jennifer Johnson Mitchell, Judge of Division 10 of the Criminal Court of Tennessee, 30th Judicial District at Memphis for the purpose of trial, sound bites from police interviews with witnesses. The sound bites were stipulated by the Assistant District Attorney and Attorney for Defendant Hernandez Govan and shall be entered into the evidence by this agreement, signed by Assistant District Attorney and Attorney for Defendant. And the sound bites are captured on a black zip drive in a brown envelope that I'm going to place on here. Police sound bites, police interview sound bites.
Yes, Your Honor.
Of Angela Arnold, because this is just of Angela Arnold. Correct?
It's all of it, Your Honor. It's Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and Detective Brown.
All right, police. Of Angela Arnold, Cornelius Smith, and who's the third person?
Detective Browning, Your Honor.
What was his first name? Jesse. Thank you. All right, I put just that on the police sound bites of A. Arnold, C. Smith, and Detective J. Brown. We'll mark this as exhibit, collective exhibit 33. Put that back here because I need to keep this working. Just leave it right there. All right. Have you had an opportunity to look at the jury charge? All right. Well, you need to take a few minutes because we're gonna charge this jury, looks like after lunch. That'll give us time to, you review it, and then we'll come back and talk about it on the record and make sure it includes everything it needs to include and make sure it doesn't have anything in it that doesn't need to be in there. and that'll give me time to get it printed, and I'll charge them after lunch, probably about 1:30.
And just to give you a heads up, the only thing I would ask is the accessory after the fact charge. That was the only thing I didn't see in there.
Okay.
It's 3.03.
Who getting charged? I'm lost, y'all. Now I need y'all help. Help me, please. What is going on?
As to both.
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, any objection to that?
No.
Okay. All right, well, I'll add that. I'm gonna go back and add the other expert. I just added the Scanoberry. I'm gonna add the guy who just testified. Add the stipulation. Look at it, tell me what else I've left out. Just look at it. Look at it, let me know. Okay? We'll stay in recess.
What's in recess?
You said 1 o'clock here?
No, not for y'all.
Okay.
I need to know, probably within the next 30 minutes or so, if you think the charge is complete. I need to know what you think about the charge.
I think we're all good except for what we just mentioned.
Okay, so you have reviewed it?
Yes, we reviewed it last night.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, no, let's say 12 o'clock for lawyers, so we can make sure it looks like it should look. And then we'll probably recess to 1:30, because I think lunch is coming somewhere in that time period. Okay? Understand?
Man. Chat. We got all hyped up. I thought he was about to. So basically, he only took the stand just to say that he's not going to testify. He's not going to speak in his trial. Charges are being added. Y'all let me know. Do anybody understand who is getting charged? Because all right. So Cornelius Smith is a key witness, and his girl is a key witness. Now, what this lawyer, Govan lawyer to be exact, is pushing, they never said his name. I need the man's name. If anybody know the name of his lawyer, let me know. They done worked out some type of stipulations. I heard the word. Y'all heard the same word, stipulations. And now they looking like they about to recharge them. Maybe to a lesser charge. And then give the jury instructions on how they should sentence this. Well, we can't even say how they should judge him as far as guilty or not guilty, as far as the evidence that has been admitted into the trial, into the evidence. Certain evidence got turned away, certain evidence got admitted. From what I'm, and y'all, I might be staying corrected, but from what I'm viewing, Hernandez Govan lawyer has worked out some type of stipulation. Now they talking about adding charges, or are they taking away charges? Do anybody understand? Are they adding charges or taking away charges at this point? Let me know. I'm biased. Yeah. Anybody chat whatever you want to chat. Like say he'll be home someday, not getting life at all. Some more or less he won. Then I see Erickson, they taking away charges. I knew something was going on when the detective sat down and he never got into the fingerprints. And look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Bay Life might not be wrong about what he's saying because it got to be without a doubt, y'all. It got to be without a doubt. And the fact that they didn't find the fingerprints in the car, I feel like the state didn't even want to talk about the fingerprints that they did find. I find it quite interesting that they found fingerprints in the car, but yesterday they was talking about a certain individual, but now today they're not even mentioning the fingerprints that they pulled out of that car. They talked about yesterday cellular data that they didn't re-mention today. Let me know in the chat, man. What do y'all feel? I see somebody said they taking away charges. They taking away the charges, man. They dropping his charges down to a lesser charge. Who does he know? Who does he know, man, in Memphis? We'll be back. We will be back, y'all. If you didn't already subscribe to the channel, make sure you subscribe so when I hit that button, you can get notified. Salute everybody that came in, that interacted. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like the commentary, didn't like the commentary, still, it is what it is. Salute for commenting, because I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, do this without y'all, man. We all in here together reacting. He finna win for real. I'm saying, hey, I'm saying different stuff. Ain't no justice. It's just us. Protect your own out here, man. Well said, Tevin. Well said, Tevin. That's crazy, man. So right now, it's only one thing left to talk about, y'all. Will Cornelius Smith, the gunman, will he go down? Or will he be applauded for the good work that he did telling on Hernandez, Govan, Jook, who is no longer here, and Straight Drop? But he wouldn't tell on the plug where he bought his pills yesterday. So he got, I guess, what he got morals now? He told on everybody else, but he wouldn't tell everything yesterday. Man. I feel like some fishy stuff is in the mix. Thank you, Island. Yeah, man, it's something going on. There's something going on, man. If you didn't already, do me a favor, double tap the screen. 2 hours streaming. Again, we just don't know what's about to happen next. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all some food on y'all stomach, because it just ain't no telling. Until then, man, salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming through. We're going to get on up out of here. Remember, fair use, education purposes. You dig? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you got your notifications on so that when I hit the live button, you can be right back in the building. Until then, y'all stay safe out here. At the end of the day, long live Dolph. Prayers up for the family. They're getting the final closure that they deserved. You know what I'm saying? And if Govan some way wag out of this, it's just one of them things, man. You just gotta take everything that we learned and put it into our you know, some archives. And remember, before you got down, act out and try to be a part of something like this, man, just don't do it. Just don't do it. I still have good faith that he going down, and I still predict, this is my prediction, life for Govan. The jury get to decide at the end of the day. I still predict life. I think the jury heard enough. I think they did, y'all. But we're going to see the stipulations that's put in effect, because the judge still has to give the instructions, and they got to make their decision based off of the evidence. Now, what it's like we're going to hear when we get back, y'all, later on, is get ready to hear some audio from Cornelius and his girl. So basically what the lawyer is trying to do now is do his last final statements, and what he's going to do is put into evidence the conversation that the two individuals had with the police, and put that versus what they said in yesterday and the day before in their testimony. And we're gonna see how that pan out. Again, I told y'all this trial is not gonna be a long one. It's like it's gonna be wrapped up pretty quick. I'll catch y'all back in the next live stream. Salute.
Real talk, what you gonna do when the pressure on? Fans listening, it's temp.